Ukraine says the explosion on the Russian warship was a missile attack. KYIV, LVIV, Ukraine, April 14. Reuters. Russia said the crew of its warship Moskva were evacuated on Thursday after a munitions explosion on board what Ukraine said was caused by a missile attack, and a U.S. defense official said the stricken ship was still trying to extinguish it. Fire. The warship, a ship of Russia's Black Sea Fleet, is still believed to be afloat, and the United States is under the assumption that it is headed for Sevastopol, senior U.S. officials said. Russia's defense ministry said the fire on the Soviet-era missile cruiser had been extinguished but caused serious damage to the ship. It did not acknowledge the ship, which has more than 500 sailors, had been attacked and said the cause of the fire was being investigated. Southern Military Command said they hit the warship with a Ukrainian-made Neptune anti-ship missile and the ship began to sink. The United States said it did not have sufficient information to determine whether the ship was hit by a missile. "We don't have the capacity at this point to independently verify that, but of course, in this way it comes to light. It's a huge blow to Russia," said National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan. The loss or decommissioning of Moscow will be a new blow to Russia's stuttering campaign on the 50th day of the war as it prepares for a new offensive in the eastern Donbass region that is likely to determine the outcome of the conflict. Commenting on Russia's setback, CIA Director William Burns said Russia's threat of potentially using tactical or low-yield nuclear weapons in Ukraine was not to be taken lightly. But the CIA had not seen much practical evidence to substantiate those concerns. Russian troops have withdrawn from parts of northern Ukraine after suffering heavy losses and failing to capture the capital Kyiv. Ukraine and its Western allies say Moscow is deploying for a new offensive. Russian troops are increasing their activity on the southern and eastern fronts, seeking to avenge their defeats, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said in a video speech late Wednesday. Russian aviation destroyed 7 military facilities in Ukraine in the past 24 hours, including an artillery missile depot, Interfax quoted the Russian Defense Ministry as saying. The Russian Navy has fired cruise missiles at Ukraine, and its Black Sea activity is critical to supporting ground operations in the country's south, where it is struggling to wrest full control of the Mariupol port after weeks of bombardment.